Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video, we had done this far. So far, we had completed this home screen and you can see that we are having this prompt, input, generate button and this image card component along with all the icons. The functionality is left, we will complete it soon. Now, we had done with the home screen. Now, we have to start working on this discover screen. But before that, let's check the Figma. So if you see on the discover screen, we are just using this image card component. This is an image card component which we are using in discover component, and so on the like screen as well. So in this video, we are going to start working on discover screen. All right, which is like really straightforward. So first of all, let me close all the file and let's start with from the beginning. So we are having our app.tsx, and inside this we are having a tab screen called discover screen. So let's go to the discover screen, and inside that we have to create this discover screen, which is really straightforward. All right, so let's do that. So first of all, we have to add the styling, so add the text. The first text which we have to add, if you see on the Figma, the text is discover. So let's add a discover text there. So I'm gonna add a discover text. Okay, and after that, let's style this container totally. Style is equal to and styles.container. After that, let's copy this property name, and inside this we're gonna add it here. Okay, so I'm gonna apply flex as a 1, and background color is that we are using the black background, so let's use that black background as well. Okay, and all right, so we applied the black background as well. After that, I will apply some padding, but before that, let me show you the text. So I'm going to call this style is equal to styles.title. Copy this title name, and here we're going to add this title. Okay, so I'm going to apply a color. The color will be what has a white color, so I'm going to apply the white color. After that, I'm going to apply the font family. The font family will be what? The font family will be bold. Okay, so let's apply a font family of bold. After that, I'm going to make text align as a center, text align center, and we're going to apply the margin vertical as well of 20. Okay, and you can see that. Awesome. Now after this, if we can apply some padding as well. So I'm going to apply a padding horizontal. The padding horizontal will be I'm going to apply some 20 padding horizontal quickly. But if you see this text is like looking very small. Okay, so let's add a font size as well. So font size will be what? The font size I'm going to apply 28, and let's see. Oh, this is awesome. This is looking good. Okay, now after that, the next thing which we have to do, we have to show a list of items just like this. Okay, so how we can achieve this, which is really straightforward. We gonna use a flat list, and we gonna just loop the image card component. Okay, so I'm gonna import a flat list component from the React Native. So I import the flat list from the React Native. After that, let's see the image card component which we had created. This is the image card component which we had created, and this will took a property like image URL and the prompt. Okay, so let's go back here, and we have to pass the data. Okay, so for now, like we're gonna create an API, but for now I'm gonna create one data. Const data is equal to like this, and here we're gonna have some data. So for that, for example, so we need this kind of data like image URL. So I'm gonna copy this image URL in the prompt. Okay, and let's add it. Okay, so we're gonna need two parameters. The first key is called image URL, and the second key is called prompt, and let's add an image as well. So we have image URL on the top, so I'm gonna just copy this image URL for now, and we're gonna use this. We will update this later. Okay, and I'm gonna make a one variable called, okay, I'm gonna add this image URL here. Okay, my bad, I added the image URL. All right, and we're gonna add an ID as well. ID is equal to 1 or something like that. Okay, now once you create one object, like as you can see that we are having this is all the object with image URL, prompt, and the ID keys. Now I'm gonna copy and paste this. Okay, so we created almost one item, two item, and 2 and 3 item. Okay, so this is all the data which I just created. Okay, now after this I'm gonna copy this data, and here I'm gonna pass this data. Okay, and after that we're gonna use one method called render item, and here we're gonna return our this image card component like this. Okay, and here we get the item in the index. So if I will get the item, whatever the item I'm passing it, I will this data, this is the object access, we gonna access that here. So let's go to the discover screen. Now you can see that cannot read property image URL of undefined, because on this image card component we have to pass one property that is called item, and we have to pass this item as well. All right, now let's check it out. Oh, this is looking crazy. So we had created this list of, here we can see a list of all the images which we had added. So if I update any URL, so let me update a URL for you guys. So I'm gonna add AI generated image model for now. So I'm gonna just add one image URL to here so you guys. Okay, so let's suppose I copy this link. Okay, open image in new tab. So let me copy this image URL. Oh, this is very small image. I think this is not okay. Let's see. I'm gonna just take one image, and we're gonna use that. Okay, AI install model image. Okay, so I'm gonna just use this image. Maybe this is looking good to me. Okay, and you can use any link image URL. So I'm gonna just try with this. This is encrypted. I think this will not work. What about this one? Copy image link. Okay, image, open image in new tab. I just copy this image, and I'm gonna replace this image URL here. And let's check it out, the discover screen, how it's looking right now. Now let's go here and let's go to the discover. Now you can see that a different image. Okay, this is possible just because of flat list. After that we have to add some more parameter. Okay, the first parameter is called have some padding and all this stuff. So another parameter we have to pass, that is called key extractor. The key extractor we have to pass usually to make this fast render, to identify the element which item, it's basically we have to pass the key extractor most of the time if you're using flat list. Okay, after that key extractor, you have to pass another parameter that is called let me show you. So if you scroll down, so you will see on that sidebar there is one scroll is saying this is called. So I don't want that is called, so I'm gonna write so vertical is called indicator as a false. Okay, as a false. Okay, now after this, if you see that no bullet match flat list image URL, this is okay, a key extractor ID I usually pass, but yeah, this is, you can ignore it. Like if you don't want to pass, you can ignore it, but I just pass it. After that we have to style this as well. Okay, so I'm gonna add a container style, and I'm gonna write one parameter is called styles dot list container. List container. So what I'm gonna do on this list container, basically I'm gonna add some property, like basically padding. I'm gonna apply some padding. So if you see that we need some padding. Okay, padding bottom. So I'm gonna apply some padding bottom of 15. Okay, so let me show you how it's gonna look like after applying a padding bottom of 50. So in the below, if you see that this, if I uncomment this list container padding bottom 50, so if you see that this is image, it's not scrollable. So whatever the image, if I apply padding 50, so you can see that now we are able to scroll to the top like this. If I apply make it 100, so you will able to scroll to the 100 from the bottom. Okay, now after this the next thing which you have to do after the container style, basically we want another list of that user can replace from the user can replace from pull to refresh from the top. So for that we're gonna use one property called refresh controller. Okay, and inside this we're gonna pass a refresh controller component. Okay, and we're gonna just add some property like basically refreshing. Okay, refresh controller. Oh my bad, why we are having multiple objects? So we are having a refresh controller like this. Okay, a refresh controller. Okay, and inside this it will took some property, like if you can see that now we can refresh it, like you can see a refresh controller, like this is a function, this is the we are able to see this one because just because of this component. Okay, now after this we're gonna have some parameter which we're gonna use this. So refreshing, so if we never use a refreshing, so we're gonna have one parameter called refreshing. So let me create one parameter called refreshing. Refreshing is like a boolean value. So whenever the user can update this value, refreshing value. So for that I'm going to have one variable. We will utilize this all this stuff to make the API call. Okay, so if you see that on this Instagram or on the Facebook, you can pull to refresh options. That's why we are having this variable, so user can pull to refresh to get the updated data. Okay, so I'm going to add a set refreshing. Okay, and use state as a, by default it will be a false. By default it will be a false. Okay, now after this, once we are done, we're gonna add one more function after that. So whenever the user refresh that, we have to perform some actions. Okay, so let's create that function as well, const on refresh. Okay, so I'm gonna make this set refreshing as a true. So whenever user refresh it, after that I will make API call. Okay, make API call. Okay, and after that I will I will make set refreshing as a false. Okay, this is how it works usually. Okay, so refresh doesn't exist, refreshing. Okay, my bad. So let me copy this variable name, and here I'm gonna add this refreshing. Okay, and the next thing which you can pass, which I written just function, that is called on refresh function. You can pass on refresh function which I had just created. Okay, now after this you can update this tint color as well if you wanted to. So I'm gonna add a tint color here, tint color, and that color will be what, hash, and I'm gonna apply basically a 3b and 8 to f6, some light gray color kind of. And now let me show you how it looks like. So I'm gonna make it true for now. Okay, and let me reload it. Okay, that nothing works. Okay, let me reload once more app, and let's go to the discover screen. Okay, and we are on the discover screen, and you can see this color have been changed. Okay, that's great. After that, the next thing which we can do that we can have a list footer component which we'll see later. Okay, but yeah, there's all the stuff which we can. So I'm gonna just make it false for now. So yeah, I think this all about this discover screen. So we are done with the discover screen, which is really straightforward. Let me explain you once more. I think it's become complex. I make the stuff complex for you guys, so let me clear this all the stuff quickly. So we went to the discover screen. Inside this discover screen, we had first of all created this data. Okay, an array of object. We are having image URL, prompt, and the ID. Okay, after that we are having this style.container, and inside this container we are having a title which we are showing this title. After that we are having a flat list where we pass the data item. Then after that we are having a render item. Inside the render item we get the item and the index. We get the item, and inside this image card component which we had created for the home screen, we are utilizing that, and there we are passing the item. Okay, and after that we are selling that. So vertical is called indicator as a false. So whenever you scroll this in the bottom, there is a one scroll indicator which was showing, so I just make it false. After that I created one style, content style, and apply list styles.list container. So in the bottom, so you can see that we are able to scroll to the bottom till this padding. So just because of this. And after that we had work on refresh controller, and by default like it could be a which we utilizing this function when we make a API call. For now, if you did not understand that, no problem, we will explain this once more for the refresh controller, which is really straightforward. So this is the refresh controller which we will see while adding the functionality, basically while adding the APIs called logic. All right. So now, so far we had done with this, image, discover screen, and let me explain the image card component. So we are passing the item object, and here we are having this item image URL, item.prompt, and this all the icons, share, and all this stuff. Yeah, I think that's all in this video. So let me check on this Figma. So we are done with the discover screen, the number 8 videos. Oh, why I'm not able to select it? Oh, awesome. So we are, let me copy this text and add it here. So we are done with discover image screen UI, discover image, discover screen UI. Okay, and in the next video we are going to do this like screen UI, which is, I think, which is very straightforward, which we are going to just reuse that for the UI. And after that we will start implementing all the functionalities like download image, share functionality, like functionality, and the copy image URL functionality, which is like really straightforward thing. I will explain to you all the stuff. So yeah, that's all in this video, guys. We will catch up in the next video.